Andres today. Today we're jumping into The Watcher, Season 1, Episode 7. Ooh, I like that. We are wrapping up The Watcher, finally, and I'm very excited because that's another show down on my list. I get very excited now when I complete a show because you guys already know, here on my platform, as I knock down my headphones everywhere, it takes me forever to finish a show. You know what I'm actually really excited for overall, although the show is really good and I'm not going to talk about it for 1.5 seconds. My favorite thing right now is going to be leaving my older shows that when I first started on the channel, and my thought process of doing these long shows with 1,000 seasons. No shade, no tea. I am so happy to do shows that are going to be happening on Netflix, on Hulu, on Amazon Prime, doing these shows, pushing these shows out, and it's like one season or like say like 7 episodes or less, and then moving on to new content. I'm very excited. I think the worst thing I could have done was do shows that have 1 million seasons, minus Peaky Blinders, which is one of the newest shows that I've done that is really, really exciting. Now, no shade to Lucifer, Better Call Saul, The Last Kingdom. Love those shows. They are everything. I really do enjoy them so much. It's just that these shows are so long for me, and it's so hard to like continue on these shows. I feel like I'm never going to end, and I feel like since I just wrapped up Peaky Blinders first season, I bet you money by like the 3rd season I'm gonna feel the same way. I'm like, oh my god, there's 3 more seasons. The only show on my channel that I watch that has so many seasons, and I've been watching it for I think over a year, is Doctor Who, but I don't know why it seems like it's going by so quickly. Anyways, the point is, I love my content, I love you guys, but we are almost done wrapping up a lot of shows, and I'm excited! With that being said, I'm ready to jump into this. As always, this is going to be a full reaction for my entire platform here on the YouTube platform, as well as my other platform, Patreon. So guys, please sign up to one of those platforms and help support the channel today. Now, I'm a reactor. It's time to react to things. With that being said, let's jump into The Watcher and find out exactly what The Watcher has got to give. I like that.
People are losing their minds over your pots. Where's Dean?
Oh, he's home with the kids. They had homework.
He and you are. Are you guys okay?
Probably.
I heard back from Miami Basil and Geneva Basil. Going to get invited to? Well, both it turns out.
I feel like this is some kind of prank. Oh my god. Bailing on the house hasn't convinced that he's a failure. Okay, not a single offer? Just drop the price. Yeah, we have to get rid of it.
Mind was kind of racing, and I started thinking about John Graff, and I had an idea. I meet this guy, right? He tells me his name is John. What if he's John Johnson? I mean, that's a stupid name. Just a guy, just an imposter, just somebody who was put up to it, right? We could put him on flyers, and we could put him up all over town, and we could see if any of the neighbors recognize him.
This has to stop. You somehow think that this is not over, and I'm telling you right now, it is over.
It was so fucked up. There were 2-hour delays. You know why? Some psycho pushes 2 strangers onto the track, dead. Just like that. Something's going on. It's like a sickness. Had it.
No, we didn't.
We had it. We had the
Never
house.
did.
We had the life. Take it off the market.
No, Dean.
We were this close to figuring it out. We had it.
We're never gonna know. We're never going to know. Some rando shoving strangers in front of the train. That was us. We have to face it now, okay? We face it and just get on with our lives.
What are you doing here? Oh, they're beautiful. Thank you.
They removed me from the trial. Some tests came back, and it's everywhere now.
Look, if there's anything you need, anything at all.
Like an ice cold Coca-Cola and a pack of Parliament Lights.
I can tell something's eating at you.
My art's finally taken off. I had a sold-out show. I have 2 more coming up. It's Dean. He's really losing it.
A mystery you can't seem to solve. It will drive you crazy. It's the human condition.
My hero.
That was quick.
I packed them for you.
Dean! Hey, have you seen this? Page 6, new twist in murder house mystery. At least 3 letters from a so-called watcher were sent to neighbors. New letters were mailed from the Lower Manhattan processing facility. Signs that once pointed to harassment now point to hoax. Dean, did you send them those letters?
Maybe I did.
You're just making everything so much worse.
I am gonna figure out who ruined this family.
It's you! You're the one who's ruining this family by not letting go! If you value being married to me, you will drive to Westfield and you will apologize to every single person you wrote a letter to. I didn't ask whether or not you could. I asked if you heard me.
Not gonna have dinner with the kids.
No, you are. You done what I asked?
No. When was I supposed to do that?
But promise me you will not retaliate against those around them.
Did you find out who did this?
The previous owner of the house was me.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Why do you think? The day we met, I told you about my husband, how he cheated. We got divorced. We just grew apart. I had to pay alimony to him. So I started gigging again. Even though I gave him half my money, I was able to suck away a little nest egg. 8 years ago, he had a stroke and died. 5 years I looked nothing I really loved, you know? An offering on the spot. 30 days later, it was mine. It had already spread. The doctors here said there wasn't much they could do. But there was an oncologist in Mexico, so I had no choice. I had to sell the house, given this taste of paradise, and it was all ripped away. Turns out that my parasite hidden away $1.4 million in royalties. Tell you loved it almost as much as I did. I had to do one thing, and I could get it back. See, I'd gotten one of those ode to a house letters the first month I lived there.
I just say, I think you're just about the most stately house I have ever seen.
Saw who Roger Kaplan was and all the students who'd done the assignment. The watcher letter that Carol Flanagan posted accusing Roger of sending it. It's a perfect plan. Where's your neighbor at 657 Boulevard?
You got away with it. Why would you confess it to me now?
That covered my tracks, Dean. There was no way you were ever going to find out the truth. Well, it was no coincidence that I was the only person to find evidence John Graff existed. I wrote those letters he supposedly got from the Watcher. The
Now I
crime
think
scene
she's
photos.
lying.
And the guy you talked to, pretending to be John Graff, I hired him. Noticed when I was there in the daytime, you never turned the alarm on. Hid in the basement until you went to bed. When you mentioned finding them, that was news to me.
What?
Maybe that would appear. He did live in the house, but he was a lunatic and an addict. I want to talk about the letters you and your wife received.
What letters?
The police found them at the scene when your wife committed suicide. They were in her purse. They never told you.
These cops, Westfield, NYPD, they all protect each other.
So your wife never mentioned them either?
No. But they weren't threatening letters. They were flattering. They were flattering.
As for Mitch and Mo, who knows? I called him up the day I mailed the first letter so that I would be fresh in his mind.
Theodora? Of course I remember you.
This was never about you, Dean. It was about the house. It was such a good house.
I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Puke that girl!
She was our friend.
Hey, I know. That I'm sorry I sent you that letter. I'm pretty ashamed of myself. I can admit when I'm stupid. You know, the thing is, I was really angry at everybody.
When your husband dies of an embolism and your son is in the loony bin because he killed 2 people, it kind of puts everything into perspective.
We know who did it now.
What, the letters?
Yeah, the letters, all the weird stuff. Private investigator we hired, Theodora Birch, your old neighbor.
Old neighbor where?
Had to sell the house because she needed money for her cancer treatments.
Hold on. There's never a black woman living there. Not in the 25 years I've lived here, at least. A Theodora Birch? No, I would have remembered that.
She dead? Oh, you can't ask her.
Nina, so sorry. Grandmother spoke about you all the time. Never say anything about our case, even just a little.
She was the one who wrote the letters, and she was the one that owned the house before us.
The last couple of weeks before she died, I saw her working on something. And then finally she said,
Fine. I'll tell you the truth.
She said she wanted to give you two some peace. She wanted to know the end of the story, so she
made it up. Oh, God, this girl. Oh!
Right.
Oh! Just easy,
they're
please.
right.
Someone has news.
I mean, he's so short.
I'll play point guard.
Hey, good
know.
answer. There you go.
Yeah.
How about Spud Webb over here, huh?
God!
Congratulations!
So proud of you. News.
So
An
house?
offer. All cash, no contingency. They really want things with some of the furniture thrown in. We can make another 125, 150.
Karen.
Of course.
Yeah, and get this. The one thing they want to change, the kitchen.
What do we say, huh?
Say yes and move on.
I say yes.
I say
There you go.
yes.
He's gonna be the new watcher.
It's my great pleasure to call this meeting. If we could all just introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Maureen. My friends call me Big Bo. Very grateful to Pearl for including me.
Hi there. I'm Roger Kaplan and have loved old homes since I was a little boy.
It's Jasper, our secretary, and William.
I'm William Webster. I sometimes go by Bill. Very interested in keeping this town the way that it ought to be.
Your name is Bill. You look very familiar to me. Oh, I think I know where I recognize you from. How's your family, Bill?
The new owner next door.
There is a new owner next door. Thank you, Jasper. Yes.
Big slabs of pink marble going in the kitchen.
But do we have jurisdiction over the way that people design their interiors?
We do make very strong recommendations.
Do remember that the countertops were original. They were polished black walnut.
Going and open your eye.
You've really captured me.
Thank you so much. We'll talk tomorrow. Yes. All right, bye-bye.
So curated. Wow, nice.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
I thought this moment might happen one day. Can I get you something to drink?
So it was you. All this time, always pushing us to sell the house.
Really gonna go down that road again, Nora. You did this. One stepped on your son's pet beaver, muskrat, whatever the fuck it was. You're the one. That's right, Nora. I snatched up your fucking house because it's good business. Sorry I'm living your best life, Nora. But that's not my fault. It's yours. Get the fuck out of my house.
I have a feeling that things just aren't gonna go the way you want them to. But I will be watching.
We're your new neighbors. We just wanted to come by and, introduce ourselves.
I did my famous caramel swirl blondies. They actually keep very well in the freezer.
Walnut pie, if you could believe it. Right now I happen to be doing keto, so I'm not gonna take those. Oh. But I think you both should enjoy R-E-N, Karen. Hello? Oh my God! Wondering if you could come by or you could send somebody to come and, check out the house. I think maybe it's Nora.
What? I'm coming over, and I'm not sending anybody over. I don't like being made to feel ashamed for having ED. Don't even bother calling 911, okay? You want it to be on your own, and that's what you're gonna get.
Turn her husband.
Karen, sweetie. Barrett, did someone come through here? Oh, shit. So, you guys are gonna come first thing in the morning, right? Main issue really is the black mold.
Yeah, no, we bring in dehumidifiers.
Damn, they are going in.
Dear Ms. Calhoun, welcome to your nightmare. I heard the house first call to me. It asked me to bring it people like you. This won't be the last you'll hear from me. I look forward to sharing them with you. I am the Watcher.
We have finally moved on.
Of course.
It's really good to hear. I'd have a kid who might be going to an Ivy. I'd be like, no, that's some kind of, clerical error. I mean, it was definitely a hard year, right? Something must have gone down, right? Because she was only in that house for what, 48 hours? 2.6! She fucking lost her shirt. I mean, I don't know who bought it, but whoever did, they got the deal of the century. I can't let it go. Somebody played a big fucking practical joke on us, and I'm never gonna know why they did it. And I'm supposed to just get over it?
5 minutes ago, when you were talking about your family, that did sound like a happy ending.
Come on, let's go.
Beautiful house.
Thanks. Just moved in?
John.
It's nice to meet you, John. Live in the area? Or?
Yeah, just a few blocks that way.
See you around then?
Definitely.
And it begins.
How was the interview?
You know, it was good. We'll see.
I really appreciate all the work you're doing. Therapy and everything. It just makes such a difference.
Who?
I'm really happy. I hope you are too.
He's not, girl. He's crazy. That's crazy. So he goes all the way to Jersey? Well, it's not that far. She following him. Watch your kids remains unfouled. They never know you watched. Who's watching? Well. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. This episode was very strong in some parts of the episode. The whole as this is continuing to play because clearly it wants to give me the soundtrack. The soundtrack of our lives. So yes, this show had very strong parts in some of the episodes. I mean, in some of the part of the episode. Get it together, Andres. I'm just really tired. But overall, maybe because I was just still like wanting to know who it was that wrote the letters, and we never really found out. It could be the vast majority of all those people. It could be a combination of a little bit of all. And now Dean is obviously being a part of this. They killed the dog. Yo, Karen ran down the street and never looked back in her slippers. So overall, my favorite character of this whole show was Karen. She topped everybody. That actress outdid herself. The next one was Mo. She was my favorite, the second favorite. Between actually her and the other lady with the pigtails. I can't remember that actress, but she's also amazing. Those two were, the three of them were my favorite to see in this whole show. The story overall for me was, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I can understand why some people didn't really like the show. I enjoyed it from start to finish. The last episode, I feel like went by so quickly. I really did like how Theodore overall did what she did to. I think that was. Well, ooh, I like that. I really did enjoy this episode. It was a lot of fun. My favorite characters had to be Karen, Mo, and the lady with the pigtails. The three of them were the reason why I really wanted to watch the show all the time. I didn't know what they were going to do. I didn't know what they were going to be up to. Their one-liners and one-zingers gave me life, liberty, and justice. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Obviously, in this episode, it went by very quickly. I was really looking forward to see who actually wrote the letters, but I'm starting to think that it could be everybody a little bit combined. They all have their own motives, their own reasons to write the letters, and they did just that. Dean, at the end obviously is insane. He is going to be the new Watcher, and his wife is the new Watcher as well, because she's watching him watch them. And I think that she's also probably finding enjoyment. She seems like she's actually herself turned a little bit crazy. That's what it kind of gives me. But Dean is all the way gone. He is gone with the sauce. He is a liar. He's crazy, and I think he's very close to being a murderer, if not already, if he didn't kill that dog. Because that figure was way too big to be Nora, and I actually think Nora and Dean were both terrorizing Karen, but she had it coming. Karen is so funny. Love her. My least favorite characters probably had to be the police officer. I liked Theodore. She was just a really good character, like overall a character, but she didn't, for me, when she got on the scene, I was like, oh, here we go. So I think my least favorite character probably was the police officer, Theodore is her name. And I know there's one other person, but I can't really remember who it was. I don't know. Actually, I think it's just those two. I enjoyed everybody else. My top favorite three I already told you guys. Dean and Nora as a whole of the characters pushing the story forward. I was invested into their relationship. I was really curious to see what's going to happen. I'm just kind of confused. Nora's doing so much better than what she's previously been doing. So I was like, girl, why are you still with this man? Leave him, please. He is trash. But she's sticking around, and I honestly think that if she stays too long with Dean, he's gonna end up killing her, and then he's going to be literally a murderer. He's probably going to kill everybody in that house. Every time somebody goes there, he's going to either drive them to be insane or drive them to be murderers. Or murder them. So, the series altogether, I would give it an 8. I think an 8, a very strong 8. Leaves room for negativity, if you want to say, because just some parts of sometimes the episodes in some parts of the show could be lackluster for some. But for me, I really did enjoy it, but I could see the flaws in it. But I really did enjoy it. I'm kind of in between, like, I know season 2 has been greenlit, so I'm in between if I would watch it again on my platform or watch it because I want to watch it. I don't know. Because, you know, when you watch it on the platform, you have to film it, edit it, and push it out. I feel like season 2, for me, I probably would just watch it by myself and enjoy the content that way. I'm not sure. It really depends whenever it does come out, if a lot of people would like to see it, if they're really invested. But I feel like everybody should at least give this show a try. I think in the beginning of the season it was strong, and it ended weaker than how it started, and sadly that's what happens with a lot of shows. But overall, I'll give it an 8. An 8! The acting was great. I loved everything about it. There's that. With that being said, if you see this reaction, realize you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, so please like and share this content with this wonders for this channel, and I'll see you all next time on Andres El Rey.